Welcome back for another deep dive. This time, we're taking you inside the world of venture capitalism. We'll unpack the big risks, the even bigger rewards, and that hope of discovering the next Google before it blows up.
And judging by your messages, this is a world you're ready to explore, so let's cut through all the hype and get down to the nitty-gritty.
Absolutely. We're going deep with insights from RoleCatcher, a career platform that's all about giving you the inside scoop. We're talking daily tasks, the impact of AI, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But first things first, what exactly does a venture capitalist do?
Most people think we just throw money at any idea that sounds even remotely interesting.
Like we're swimming in it, Scrooge McDuck style.
Exactly. But the truth is, it's a lot more complicated than that. While VCs do manage a ton of capital, their role goes way beyond just writing checks.
So it's about more than just funding. What else does that involvement look like?
Think of it like this. Imagine a startup founder who's created a game-changing product,
Okay, got it.
but they have no clue how to navigate regulations or scale their business to meet that crazy demand. That's where a VC steps in.
They use their experience, their connections to kind of guide the company.
Exactly. It's about being a strategic partner, offering guidance through the ups and downs of building a business.
Which I imagine can feel like a roller coaster. I mean, our sources really highlight how invested VCs are and the successes and failures of the companies they back.
You're right, it's a huge part of the job, and one that's often overlooked. Because VCs aren't just investing in spreadsheets and projections.
They're investing in people.
Precisely. They're putting their faith in the vision and the drive of these founders. When a company takes off, it's a shared victory. But on the flip side, not every venture is a success story. And those losses, they can be really tough.
So how do VCs navigate those emotional ups and downs?
It takes a certain type of person to thrive in this environment. Someone who can manage expectations, provide support, and sometimes make really difficult decisions.
It sounds like it takes a certain kind of resilience.
You could say that. The ones who do well, they see those experiences, even the tough ones, as learning opportunities. They refine their instincts, learn how to support founders through challenges. It's a constant process.
So it's clear that being a successful VC isn't just about having a fat bank account. It's about business smarts, strategic thinking, even emotional intelligence. But how does someone even break into this world?
That's where things get really interesting. Because it might not be what you'd expect.
So it's not all about having an MBA from Harvard or Stanford. What does that path actually look like?
Yeah, you'd think you need a fancy degree to even get in the door, but RoleCatcher actually found that's not always the case.
Interesting.
Sure, a background in business or finance definitely helps, but it's not the only way in. You see former founders, tech people, even folks with backgrounds you wouldn't expect, really shaking things up.
So it's about the experience, the knowledge you bring. What if I'm someone who loves diving into like pitch decks, analyzing trends, that kind of thing? How do I even start?
That's the exact kind of mindset VCs are looking for: someone hungry to learn, who can spot an opportunity a mile away. Think about it. Start going to startup events.
Okay, yeah.
It's not just about networking, it's about being there in the thick of it, developing your instincts.
Training your eye to pick out the winners. But once you're in, what's the journey like at a VC firm?
RoleCatcher actually has this awesome guide that maps out that career path. And each step comes with more and more responsibility.
Okay, makes sense.
You usually start as an analyst. Think of it like being the eyes and ears of the firm. You're poring over research, analyzing potential investments, presenting your findings.
So you're not calling the shots yet, but you're in the room.
Exactly. You're learning the ropes from the best. And once you've put in your time as an analyst, you usually move up to an associate role.
And that's where all that networking pays off.
You got it. You're still going to those industry events, but this time you're building those relationships with entrepreneurs. You're really starting to understand what makes a pitch stand out, what makes a founder tick.
Learning how to structure those deals, all the ins and outs.
Precisely. Associates are evaluating those investment opportunities more independently. They're part of the due diligence process, even helping with negotiations.
So the stakes are getting higher. You're not just analyzing anymore, you're in the game. When does it shift to actually making those investment decisions?
That's when you reach the principal level. It's a big jump.
Okay, what does that look like?
Principals are the ones leading the charge on sourcing deals. They're doing those deep dives in due diligence, mentoring junior team members. They're even getting more involved in fundraising for the firm itself.
So they need to know how VCs get their money too.
Exactly. They're not just evaluating deals at this point. They're actually shaping the entire investment strategy for the firm.
Wow. And then you reach the top partner. What sets them apart?
Partners are the big decision makers. They've got a real stake in the firm, guiding the overall strategy and managing those key investor relationships.
So they're thinking big picture, looking for those opportunities that can really change the game.
Exactly. And this is where AI is starting to play a larger role.
You're right. AI is not some futuristic fantasy in the VC world anymore. It's here.
It's already happening, and RoleCatcher is at the forefront of this shift. They're using AI to do things like analyze skills, recommend the best CV and resume formats, even help candidates prepare for interviews.
It's like having a secret weapon for your career.
It's really amazing to see how technology is making information that was once only available to a select few accessible to everyone.
I love that. Leveling the playing field. But how is AI changing the way VCs actually invest?
It's already happening. Think about it. AI can analyze massive data sets, things like market trends, competitor information, even what people are saying on social media, and it can use that data to pinpoint promising industries and potential investments.
So it's like having another partner on the team, one that can process information super fast.
It's an interesting thought, isn't it?
It does make you wonder about the role of human intuition in all of this, though, right? Like, will VCs ever fully trust an algorithm to tell them where to invest?
That's the million-dollar question. And honestly, it's one that's being debated throughout the industry. Will VCs learn to trust those algorithms? Or will we see a future where AI and human judgment work together?
Data and gut feeling working hand in hand. It's a fascinating dilemma. But let's bring it back to what we've learned today. What are some key takeaways for our listeners? For me, the biggest takeaway is that venture capitalism is about so much more than just money.
Yeah, for sure.
It's about seeing the potential in an idea, that power it has to disrupt industries, even change the world.
It's true. You need a deep understanding of where the market's going, how to really analyze risk, and you got to have that passion for innovation. And we can't forget about the people involved.
Right. Connecting with founders, believing in their vision.
Guiding them through all the challenges they're going to face along the way. When a VC backs a company, they're not just looking for a return on their investment.
It's about more than that.
They're placing a bet on the future, saying, I believe this idea has the power to change things.
And those bets, the ones that pay off, they lead to new jobs, new industries. Lives are changed. It makes you think, what if we all approached our work, our ideas, with that same mindset?
Taking calculated risks, thinking about the big picture.
Exactly. Now, those are some million-dollar ideas. And speaking of, for those who want to dive deeper into the VC world, RoleCatcher's got you covered.
Definitely. They've got everything from in-depth career guides to interview tips. Whether you're just starting to explore venture capital or you're already a pro, it's a great resource.
Absolutely. So here's my final thought for you. The next time you come across a new idea, a company trying to shake things up, ask yourself, what would a VC see in this? What's the potential?
Cultivating that curiosity, that ability to see what's possible, that's where real innovation comes from.
And who knows? You might just surprise yourself. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the world of venture capitalism. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.